Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for June 6th, 2025. We've got a kingdom with no landscapes, and all the cards look quite big as a consequence. Base, Intrigue, and Alchemy. So very much a throwback kingdom, although we do have a number of 2E cards. Steward is the trashing. We've got Scrying Pool draw, also potentially some draw with Diplomat and Courtyard. University and Throne Room plus actions, then Diplomat can also get plus actions. There's actually a number of enablers for that here. Although, if you play with Scrying Pool, then that becomes a lot less likely. Gaining wise, we've got University and Artisan and Lurker gains, and then Bridge plus buy. So there's actually some pretty powerful stuff here. Seems very clear that we want to get a Steward and trash with it. What's maybe less clear is, do we want to go for Potion right off the bat? I think we do want to play with Potion. University and Scrying Pool both look good. Stuffing the deck full of actions with University enables better draw with Scrying Pool, and we're going to want to gain a bunch of bridges anyway and try to do a bridge Megaturn thing. Artisan versus University fill pretty similar roles, except that Artisan can gain victory cards. And in particular, if you have enough bridges in play, you can use Artisan to gain province. That's not necessarily like a huge deal, though, because you're gonna be able to just buy the provinces too if you have enough bridges. It could be relevant. But yeah, the Artisan gain to hand aspect of things doesn't look actually necessarily like the most impactful thing here, because a lot of the actions that we would be gaining to hand aren't what we would really want to gain to hand is like Scrying Pool. But I mean, I guess Throne Room, but then the top decking to set up the next turn could be quite nice. Courtyard can also do that. So, what are the other options here other than opening Potion? I mean, we could open Courtyard. That I don't know. Opening Courtyard within the terminal, in general, is like a fine enough thing to do, but here I don't know about that. Doesn't really. I don't think it really accomplishes too much. Diplomat doesn't look great either. Throne Room is too spicy. Lurker. I mean, playing with Lurker definitely has some benefit, right? You can use that to gain the potion cost cards, potentially skipping Potion entirely. I just don't know if... the problem is opening one Lurker is not very appealing, and then, in the time that it takes you to gain and collide two Lurkers, might just be more efficient to get the Potion anyway. Bridge, I guess, is another option if we just want to say, hey, let's try to just not collide things. But the early bridge isn't actually necessarily going to get us anything too amazing either. So I think it is Potion, Steward. They have a 2/5, huh? Well, we may end up wanting to get a Lurker since they've got one. Well, I guess we can gain one here. This is not what I would call a great draw. Wow, that's just... Oh, interesting. Okay, they chose not to trash to gain the Artisan. I see. How do we feel about that? It's an interesting choice. Like, we trash here, we can still buy a lurker. And then we have the two of them. Uh, hmm. I think the Artisan would be, right now, would be pretty nice. We've only got one other terminal in our deck. Um, hmm. And second lurker. Second lurker's not bad either. Hmm. Trashing 2 coppers is definitely better than not trashing 2 coppers. Ooh. Honestly, the pair of lurkers is about as good as the Artisan anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the trash. Do we want a third lurker? Probably not, right? I mean, unless we just want to, like, them to not get the additional lurker as easily. I mean, I am planning to take a scrying pool here, so like getting another lurker from that perspective is not too bad because, like, again, of the draw consideration, like the increased action density. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. This is not really how I was expecting things to go, but okay. They did shuffle after playing that lurker, so we don't want to do this one. We're just gonna trash. Okay, okay. We can get a fourth lurker. What do we want to gain with this pair of lurkers, though? It would just be another scrying pool. There's no way we're drawing it, so I guess we might as well play this scrying pool first. Oh, hmm. Okay, well, take that lurker. Yeah, I think it's just another scrying pool. Try to get the draw going, and then we can worry about, like, university or artisan type stuff later. We've already drawn our deck. Okay, okay. So we're gonna trash again. And then we're gonna be like real thin. We could go ahead and take an artisan. We could just start on bridges. We do need some plus actions. It could be throne room. It could be university. It could be both. Huh. Getting the artisan right now does seem good. I think artisan and artisan university scrying pool. Okay, they did get another lurker. Oh, are they thrown? Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we probably want, like, So those are both actions, right? Scrying Pool, University on top. So I'm thinking we take like... Throne Bridge, maybe? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we want to artisan the scrying pool on top of our deck. Probably. Still like to trash these last 2 coppers. The bridge will get us enough to afford another scrying pool. Do we throw in the university? Or... I mean, I guess if we throw in the university, then maybe we're not top decking scrying pool. Around the university, we could get Throne Bridge again. We could top deck a Throne Room with the Artisan, maybe. But I guess the other thing we could do is not trash with Steward and draw with Steward, and then top deck the Scrying Pool. I mean, if we top deck a Scrying Pool, I think not trashing these coppers is relatively okay. Yeah, let's go for that. Draw the cards. Artisan for another Throne Room, and then just Throne Bridge. Okay, so definitely getting another Scrying Pool. And then... more Throne Rooms. We have 4 buys. Could just take 4 Throne Rooms. Like, I don't think there's much risk of that going wrong with a Scrying Pool on top. There's worlds where you can have too many Throne Rooms, but in this scenario, I think it should be fine. They played a Terminal Courtyard? They have a silver? Oh no. Alright, so we should probably just be able to win this turn. Yeah, we don't quite draw the deck because we run into a copper. But that's fine. So I was planning to win on provinces, but we have 4 lurkers in our deck, and a university, and an artisan, and a whole bunch of Throne Rooms. So the easiest thing to do is probably to just win on piles. Trash. Just, you know, lurkers and... maybe lurkers and scrying pools. We have 4 lurkers, we've thrown them all. That we can... yeah, that's... It's pretty silly. There's probably so many ways to win. How many... If we wanted to win on provinces, how many bridges could we get into play this turn? Like, you could throw in the university to gain 2 bridges. We have like 1,000,000 throne rooms now. We got 4. We gained like 3 last turn. We got 4 this turn or something like that. Yeah, gained a throne room. Gained a throne room. Gained a throne room, and then bought 4 throne rooms. So yeah, we have 7 throne rooms in our deck. So in order to play, you play 7 bridges, you can buy 8 provinces. We have 2 bridges. If we gain 2 more bridges, that's enough to then with the throne rooms. So, all right, I'm just gonna play 1 more scrying pool. And I don't think action limits are likely to be an issue for us, but throne. If we just like do like throne, university, artisan, bridge, and top deck this stuff, and then play a scrying pool and draw it all. So university to gain 2 bridges. Do we even need to artisan for 2 more bridges? I guess we really don't. Like 2 bridges is enough, right? We just have so much more like firepower than we need. Like I guess we might as well take more bridges. Deck a lurker. Bridge, top deck a lurker. And then we can go ahead and do like throne, bridge, bridge, bridge? We had that many throne plays? Who knew? Alright. Whatever. Alright, we officially have more bridges than we can throne. We can... I mean, we could just lurk. Like, we throne, bridge, bridge. We still have 3 actions left to play. Another bridge, and then 2 more bridges that we gain with the lurkers. I get to play the steward. That's probably fine. Alternatively, we throw in the lurkers instead of the bridges, and we gain more bridges. We have actions. Sure, let's do that. Now, should we be aesthetic and trash these coppers? Well, we certainly don't need money, because everything costs 0. So I think we should be aesthetic and trash the coppers. We can keep the potion. Okay, so we can buy our 8 provinces. And then we could also empty piles. Or we could buy 5 duchies. I guess I'll buy 5 duchies and max points. They like only trashed once with Steward? Man. Well, that decision to trash the Steward rather than paying coins for Artisan looks pretty good. I'm not actually sure that was really the difference maker. They never got a potion, and their like lurker open, their solution was to like lurker a lurker into the trash, and then I like sniped the lurkers, so they were like, this is what that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier about like it'll be slow to get these cards, like it might just be faster to go ahead and take the potion. You really do want the scrying pools. And yes, you can gain them with lurker, but it takes a little while to get there. I mean, it took me less time to get there because the bot set me up for it, but like if the bot hadn't set me up for it, then I wouldn't have been getting those scrying pools if I didn't have the potion. So yeah. I do wonder that whether this could be even faster. Like, I had so much excess payload this turn that it makes me think, like, probably there was a way to set myself up for a potential win on the previous turn. Like, maybe I overinvested in draw / thinning relative to payload, like on turn 8 or something like that. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, it's obviously it's very explosive, but like I didn't have, you know, it's like this turn 9 I gained 4 throne rooms, which is kind of a lot of stuff. Well, 7 throne rooms. I gained 7 throne rooms, but I bought 4 throne rooms, which is like, so I wasn't able to gain and play them, but I got them. So I don't know. Maybe not. It just feels like, I don't know. You know, 10 turns to get 63 points, like, it's fast. In a way, it almost feels like it's like less fast than maybe it should be, though. That's what I'm wondering about. And I guess maybe part of that feeling is, like I said, because the bot was enabling me with lurker that like let me go faster. And I did get at least a little bit lucky with like some of the sequencing here. Specifically, let's see. I mean, we got pretty unlucky, like seeing no estates and bottom decking the potion. So that was bad. But what did happen was that turn 7, we top decked the scrying pool, and then we had like a really nice draw off of it. And then like that meant that going into turn 8, our deck was like really well set up because we had multiple scrying pools and we were just like gonna be able to draw like a lot of stuff. But it was not at this point, like we had only played the Steward twice, so we'd only trashed 4 cards. There were still 6 starting cards and then all those lurkers that I already had. 3 lurkers, so it would have been easy enough for me to have a turn where I just didn't see scrying pool, especially because I only had the 1 because I had bottom decked the potion. But because I drew so well here and then was able to get another scrying pool with the lurkers, I mean, I don't know, maybe even on turn 8 I wasn't guaranteed to see a scrying. Well, I'm sure I wasn't guaranteed to see a scrying pool, but I don't know how likely it was. It was probably pretty likely by this point, but I think it wasn't necessarily likely by this point that I even saw the scrying pool, let alone had this good of a draw with it. So I think in that sense, so maybe on the one hand, on the one hand I bottom decked my potion, and you know, initially. On the other hand, like the bot enabled me on the other hand I had this nice draw. So like maybe if you kind of average all that stuff out, you end up like with about this length of game for this approach, even if you have different fortunes like in some of those particular points. I don't know. But certainly, yeah, the bot did not trash enough, did not get enough draw, did not really have enough of anything. And yeah, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.